Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. The weapon banner looks pretty interesting, but let's find out and take a deep dive into whether it's as good as it looks or if it's a complete scam. I'm going to break down the banner using my conditions to help identify whether or not it's a good idea to pull on this weapon banner. Also, a friendly reminder that there is a 25% chance you don't get either of the weapons and get a standard banner weapon. Now let's get into it. So the first condition is that we can use both 5-star weapons effectively. Meaning we have characters that actually use these weapons. If you have an on-field or off-field DPS bow character, then you can make use of the Polar Star effectively. If you have an on-field or off-field DPS Catalyst user, then you can make use of Kagura's Verity effectively. The second condition states to consider future banners. So we already know that Scaramouche and Farazan are going to be releasing the next patch thanks to drip marketing. There have also been some rumors about Ito and Raiden coming soon, especially Raiden given that it's been a hot minute since her last rerun. It's likely that their respective signature weapons will come alongside these characters, so that is something to keep in mind. The third condition then states that both weapons can be used on multiple characters. Now, it goes without saying that Kagura's Verity and Polar Star are the best in slot for Miko and Childe. Crit is king in this game, and both of these weapons scale with crit stats. In some cases, because of their fairly solid passives and their crit stat, these weapons tend to be the best in slot on characters outside of Childe and Miko. Even in cases where these weapons are not best in slot, both of them usually rank at around 2nd or 3rd in terms of damage output on characters you want to use them on. It's pretty safe to say both of these weapons are very strong and can be used on multiple DPS characters of their respective weapon types. Okay, so now we can take a look at the fourth condition. Over half of the 4-star weapons have to be good. I'll assign 1 point if the 4-star weapon is good, half a point if it's mid like your mother, and 0 points if it's complete garbage. The weapon banner has to earn 3 points in order to pass this condition. We'll start off with Stringless. Very solid weapon. Previously, before Dendro's release, there were better options and crit was more valuable. It's always been a pretty good weapon, but now it's even more valuable, especially on characters like Fischl or Venti. +1 for Stringless. Favonius Sword is another incredibly strong weapon, mainly for support characters like Kazuha or Xingqiu. +1 for Fav Sword. Favonius Codex is kind of a weird one. The thing is, because it's Favonius, it's good. But at the same time, especially with Dendro release, it's competing with the likes of Widsith, Sackfrags, and Thrilling Tales. Have a point for Fav Codex. Dragon's Bane is a solid weapon. It has uses on characters like Xiangling, Hu Tao, and even someone like Toma. +1 for Dragon's Bane. The Bell is as good as my life choices. 0 points for Bell. So if we add these numbers up, we get a total of 3.5 points out of 5, which means that this weapon banner passes this condition. And of course, lastly, the fifth is not to spend any money. No new combative endgame content is coming, so getting a 5-star weapon is even less worth it. There's certain to be more Sumeru characters released in the near future as well. In conclusion, only roll for this weapon banner if you have DPS bow characters and DPS Catalyst users. You may also not want to wish on this banner if you're considering getting Scaramouche, Farazan, and potentially Raiden or Ito, alongside their signature weapons of course. This weapon is honestly pretty tempting to pull on as it's one of the better weapon banners that we have gotten. Even I myself want to pull on this weapon banner, but I'm staying strong for Scaramouche and Deha release. Luckily, many of us have dumped our Primo Gems into Nihida, so that kinda helps. Also, a moment of silence for our fellow brethren who didn't watch my previous weapon banner video and didn't wait for this current weapon banner to come out. May their Primo Gems rest in peace. Turns out I was right in saying that we should wait, since Yoimiya and Nihida can both make use of these weapons pretty effectively, and it has better 4 stars in my opinion. If you enjoyed this video, consider dropping a sub and giving this video a like to see more content like this. Take care and have an awesome day.